Okay. So 3A, it says determine whether the triangles are similar by AA, SAS, or side, 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 or not similar at all. Okay, so we have to find out what parts we have on this picture. So let's take a look at this picture. Does anyone see something we might have? We have an angle. How do you know we have an angle? And do they match? Yeah, I know the font is kind of small, but they do match. So let's go ahead and mark those. I'm going to mark this one. I'm going to mark this one, congruent to this one, and that's given, right? And so I'm going to write A. Now remember, sometimes they won't be given. Like maybe we'll have an X, and so we'll be able to get vertical angles, or sometimes we'll have parallel lines, and then who remembers what we could look for if we have parallel lines? A Z, right? But sometimes they're flat out given. Super nice of them, right? So that is an A we have. Okay, so these are our options up here. We can go AA, we can go SAS, or we can go SSS. So which one do you think we're on the road to get? Probably one of these two, right? Probably not SSS. Because do we have all three sides on these? No, we only have two sides, so this one is pretty much like off the table. He's not even an option to pick from right now.
Process of elimination when you're testing.
Yeah, if you can narrow it down and eliminate some, even if you have to guess, you got a better chance. Thanks. Okay, so we have some sides, right? Now we need to see if our sides are proportional. That means we need to make fractions. Okay, so let's look at these two triangles. Does anyone remember what we did before we started making fractions to these sides? We labeled them like small, medium, large or something. Okay, so if I look at this triangle here, what do you think this 5 side is? He's probably an S, so let's put an S on him. He's probably the smallest side of this triangle, right? What do you think the 7 is? Medium. The medium? And the bottom is a large, but we don't even have any numbers, so I'm not even going to label him. Cool with that? Okay, so let's look at this triangle. Now we have to do the same thing. Which side do you think is the small side? The 10. What do you think is the medium side? The 14. And if you can't tell, sometimes there's numbers on them so you can see what's the shortest and longest, right? And the bottom is the large, but we don't have any numbers, so we don't care. Okay, now we got to make some fractions, so we have to pick. Do we want to do little guy or big guy on top?
Big guy.
Big on top? Okay, so let's put big on this guy and little on this guy. And we're going to do big over little. Remember, if you take the time to name them, you're less likely to get them messed up, right? Okay, so I need a piece. Tamara says she wants big guy first. So give me a piece on big guy. 14. Okay, she picked a piece on big guy. Who's the matching piece on little guy? 7? Do you guys agree? Okay. Next we need another piece on big guy, because big's on top. 10. Who's matching piece on little guy? 5? Okay. And that's all we got. So do we have anything to crisscross and solve? No, we don't have anything to solve. So instead, we're going to see if they're equivalent. So that means we're going to divide and divide, and we're going to see if we get the same number, because then we can see if they're proportional. So grab your calculator and divide. Always put the top divided by bottom. Grab your calculator and divide, or divide in your head. This one you might be able to just divide in your head. It's up to you. You can also, but sometimes when you have 3 of them, people get confused about crisscross. But you'll be able to check crisscross, because like if I have 3 of them, people are like, which one's doing crisscross? Does that make sense? They both work out to 2? Okay, so are they the same? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So that means we have 2 S's. So we have, oopsie, I just wrote a bad word. We have an A and we have 2 S's, right? So which one of our options do you think we have? We do have SAS. Now we have to ask ourselves, wait, we have to ask ourselves, do our sides touch our angle? Look at this guy. This side touches the angle, but does this side touch the angle? No. So we actually do not have SAS. We have nothing. We don't have bad words. We don't have AA. We don't have SSS. And our SAS did not work because remember the rule that both of these sides have to be touching the A. So that means these are not similar. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, not similar. See how they try to fake us out? Okay, go ahead and do